Hi dear little ones, good morning and welcome to the session. We are very lucky to have again a story related to nature. In this first unit, it is the third chapter named A Snake in the Grass. I think you may remember about the story which we have studied in the last year. Vaikem Muhammad Bashir's Bhumiyude Avakashikam, isn't it? From that story, we heard that we are not the only real owners of the earth. Nature abounds with plants, trees, birds, insects, animals, etc. Aren't the animals and birds also the inheritors of the earth? Like us, don't they have the right to live on the earth? All the animals have the equal right to live here in the earth as we have. In this interesting story, the famous Indian writer named R.K. Narayan presents us this fact. Are you ready to listen the summary of the story? Okay, listen the story. It was a Sunday afternoon. The family members were at the rest after the lunch. This family consisted of the mother and her four sons. Suddenly, they heard a shout at the gate. What was that? A big cobra, big cobra. The family's old servant Dasa was scolded and caught for not cutting the grass by the family members. All were busy with finding out the snake, but Dasa assures that there is no snake. But the family members not only swear at him but threaten to him to find out the snake, otherwise he will be dismissed. Since the phrase snake in the grass conventionally refers to an untrustworthy person, it is possible, especially when the story is read, to see the members of the family as figurative snakes in the grass. They are willing to fire an old servant simply because they suspect that snakes may be on the property and because they blame him entirely for the snake's presence. Surely Dasa must feel that he can trust his family members. He may even consider them treasure. The neighbors also blamed Dasa for the presence of the snake and assured him for his laziness. It would not be a surprise for Dasa because he too were afraid of the snake's bite. A college-educated son of the family claimed that there are 35,000 cases of death by the snake bite reported in every year. In the midst of clearing and discussing the matter, there comes suddenly a beggar, cried for alms. The mother of the family told her to go back since they were searching for the snake. From her words, the mother believed that the presence of the snake is like godly. So it shows that a good fortune for the family. The work was going on till evening. The tired people rested for a while. Meantime, our Dasa, the old servant, entered with a pot, telling that he could catch the snake in the pot. The pot was covered with a slab of stone. The family members were silent for a moment and stood safely at little distance. Dasa should prove it now. On his face, we could say Dasa became the champion of the day or the star of the day. Dasa took the pot proudly towards the snake charmer. Suddenly, what happened? A cobra peeped through the compound wall and luckily slightly glided away into the grass. At the end of the story, the family and the readers are faced with a real possibility that Dasa lied. When he claimed to have caught the cobra in the pot, Dasa may be literally untrustworthy person in the story. The title of the story is something serious, but the tone of the story is light and comic. How you all are interested in this story? Okay, thank you.